What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Cutting Up with Unkle Mel. I got something to talk about, so let's go and get into it.
Cut up Unkle Mel.
Hey.
Cut up Unkle Mel. Cut up Unkle Mel. Cut up Unkle Mel.
Cut up Unkle Mel.
Cut up Unkle Mel.
Cut up Unkle Mel.
Cut up Unkle Mel.
How you cutting up? How you cutting up?
How you cutting up?
How you cutting up?
How you cutting up?
How you cutting up?
How you cutting up? How you cutting up?
Hey. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Welcome. Sit on down. If you're standing up, sit on down. I want to talk about something that happened recently. Earlier this week on Wednesday, a young man, not a kid, not a boy, not a child, but a young man decided to go to his high school and shoot a couple of people. Here in America, school shootings are really, unfortunately, they normalized. And it really is a shame. At some point, I had thought about just homeschooling my children to try to avoid it. Yeah, it's tragic. But, I want to talk about bullying. People think that, maybe we should do some type of bullying initiative and things like that to try to prevent these things from happening, because you really don't hear about this at like the elementary school level, and you really don't hear about school shootings all that often at the college level, right? So what is it that's going on from those junior high and high school years, those adolescent years, right? Where you're going through, let's say, puberty and things like that, and your home life is probably at its worst. 9 times out of 10, your parents probably don't want to be together no more, and they only stand together for you and things like that. So your home life is not all that great, and people fucking with you at school. But where I think bullying comes from, at least for boys, is that in junior high and high school, that's pretty much the point to where you're kind of testing where you fall in at on the chain, right? On the food chain. You're kind of seeing, who's a man and who's a chump. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's really where it's at. You have to realize that, for boys, right? I know girls do bully and get bullied as well, but for boys, it's like we're trying to see who got the picking order. You know what I'm saying? Who's a honcho and who's not? Who's a I don't necessarily want to say alpha, but it's just like where you fall in place at. Should we respect you or not, right? And when I was coming up, if you were being bullied, as long as you fought back, you didn't have to keep fighting. If you fought back the first time, win, lose, or draw, you did not have to keep dealing with that. You didn't. They would be like, he got hurt. And let's say you one of the bigger dudes at school, not fat, but just tall, and probably got a little weight on you. You kind of reaching your manhood physique a little earlier than other guys. Even if you got picked on, if you were a person who was maybe damn near 6 feet in fifth grade, if somebody tried to bully you, you was kind of like, man, you need to go ahead on now. Like, this ain't what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see what you're doing, but I could really put you in the trash can, like, for real. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could put you in the dump. Like, you don't really want to do that. So there's no excuse for that young man. He's 18 in high school. I graduated at 19. To go to school with that iron. There was just no reason for that. Like, I was talking to a close friend of mine, and he was like, yeah, man, he put them leg warmers on the boys. But I'm like, man, that's not funny at all. And his parents are saying, oh, he was being bullied. That to me, that's some bullshit. Now his charge is assault with deadly weapons, 4 counts. I got a nephew who got locked up in Texas on the same charge. 1 count, got 15 years. So if this guy, my nephew was 19, that was his first offense. This guy's 18, probably first offense. If he don't end up with 60 years, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be a little outraged about it. Because you didn't have that to do. And when I saw a picture of him, like his his picture when they book you or whatever, he didn't look like he had got his ass whooped. He didn't. So then you shot 2 teachers. What was the fucking point? And this bullying and shit is not an excuse for that, man. And my thing is this. People normally get bullied because of their parents. It's usually your parents' fault. Like me, I used to get bullied for having big eyes. Now, whose fault is it that I got big eyes? It's my mama's fault. Because she opened up her legs for a man that got big ass eyes, who I now know as my daddy. That's the man who raised me. He got big eyes, I got big eyes. Now, why am I here? Because she let him hit. It's my mama's fault I got bullied. It's her fault. It's not even my daddy's fault. Because she let him hit and she decided to bring me into this world. It's her fault. But yeah, I heard it all. And call me Frog Eye, Kermit the Frog. One chick on Instagram, I ain't gonna lie, this was kind of funny. She called me Droopy Eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it used to get to me. I went home and I be complaining to my mom. I'm not even sure if I actually shed a tear about it, but I'd be like, man, they keep messing with me on the bus. They keep messing with me on the bus. They messing with me at school. They messing with me. And she was like, you go back on there and you curse the motherfuckers out. Now, here's the thing. My mama watched my R. Kelly episode, and she said she didn't like all the vulgarity, but she was the one who first gave me permission to curse, period. She already knew that I knew how to curse, obviously because she was cursing around me, because she never had heard me curse. But she said, you get on that bus and you curse the motherfuckers out. This was like either pre-K or kindergarten. But she was like, go curse them out. So, mama, you already knew I was cursing. And then you gave me permission to curse. But now, all these years later, I'm a grown-ass man. You don't like to hear me curse. You know what I'm saying? But you the one gave me permission. I love you, mama, but I love my curse words too. And goddamn it, they're here to stay. I ain't gonna never stop cursing. That's probably why I chose the Navy, because I knew I get to curse as much as I want. But the reason y'all kids are being bullied, it's your parents' fault, man. They send you to school with them shoes from Walmart because they don't have the money to get you some shoes from shit. Even Ross Dress Best for Less, that'll be better than the Walmart shoes they get you. They sending you to school with shoes that look like Jordans, but they're not Jordans. Now, I'm not saying your parents should go spend $200 on a pair of shoes just for you to go to school for nobody to talk about you. No. If somebody talking about you at school, you know what I'm saying, grow a pair. Grow a pair of nuts or grow a pair of titties, but grow a pair. Because the problem is these parents, they really setting their kids up for failure. You going to school musty. Your parents know you stink, but they're not making you wash your ass. They know you stink. My daddy used to tell me before church, boy, they going to talk about you at church. Better go get your ass in the shower. You smell like outside. They going to talk about you at church. And church is on Sunday morning. Why was I stinking Sunday morning? I don't even know. I can't remember what I was doing. But I know as a little boy, I had to take bath. But my daddy would tell me, they going to talk about you. How many of y'all parents actually telling y'all, hey, I'm looking at you. You my child. I know I'm the reason you look like this, but they're going to talk about you. My daddy used to send me to school in high waters. He knew damn well my parents didn't touch my shoes. And your parents can't touch just the very top of your shoe where you can start to see your socks. No, they got to come down to the shoelaces. And my daddy used to send me to school with high waters. And they used to talk about me, but that was his fucking fault. I'm talking about 6th grade. I got high waters on. Well, I couldn't wait till I could start working and make my own money to buy myself some pants that actually touch my damn shoes. Now, when I was in high school, I bought a pair of shoes called Nike Hyperflights. They were patent leather, cost $150. I went to the house. Boy, I just knew I was top shit. I showed my mama them shoes. My mama clowned me. She said, boy, when I was coming up, we call that pleather. You went and bought $150 worth of patent leather? That's pleather. And she said, in her day, I would have got clowned for them shoes. See what I'm saying? Everybody gets bullied. Why the fuck are y'all so sensitive, man? Y'all too soft. But it's your parents' fault. They're not preparing you for what school is going to be like. And school is just a reflection of real life. That's why people say go to college so you could become well cultured. Because you go into a school that got people coming from all over the world to where your high school is just people from your area. But even so, high school and junior high school is a reflection of the world. People are going to talk about you. You can't handle being talked about. You can't handle being rejected. You can't handle trying to holler at the baddest chick at school knowing you ain't on her level, or maybe you don't know, and she shut your ass down. You can't handle that. I know women and females, little girls can't handle rejection, but I'm speaking to the men because my channel is for black men, right? White boys, y'all come on in and hear what the fuck we talking about, but my shit is for the brothers. You can't handle rejection. You can't handle being talked about. I got talked about having the big eyes, having the high waters, being so damn skinny. Had a dude named Scott Bradley used to slap me in my chest all the time, talk about paper chest. Because Scott Bradley had a little size on him and I didn't. I graduated high school 19 years old, 132 pounds. I was always the run of the litter. Y'all think I ain't get picked on? But you know what changed me? You know what made me not give a fuck about being bullied? When I was 9 years old, I started getting pussy. Yeah. I started getting pussy. Little hoe down the street was 12 years old. I don't know why she was a hoe at 12. Actually, I do know why, but we ain't gonna go into that. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, said, boy, I'm like, what's up? She was like, you got a Tweety bird or a poo nanny? Now, I don't know what the fuck a poo nanny is, but I said, my mama used to always tell me, boy, go wash your bird. I said, I got a Tweety bird. She was like, you gonna be my boyfriend. I got pussy that summer. Guess what? I ain't give a fuck what nobody had to say after that because I'm a man now. Yeah, girls become women when, you know, they flower bloom, right? In the words of Kevin Samuels. And boys become men when they start getting some pussy. I started getting pussy at 9 years old. I didn't give a fuck what them dudes at school was talking about. Oh, you got big eyes, you got this. Yeah, but I get pussy. Y'all boys still playing with G.I. Joes. I'm playing with pussy. I put the toys up. I'm a grown man now. Yeah, big general. Shout out Kevin Gates. I'm out here. You got to get to a point to where you don't give a fuck what people saying about you. I can't understand. Okay, first of all, I got tongue-tied just now, excuse me. But first of all, people who bully, y'all some hoes. Because you're only bullying somebody that's weaker than you. But people who don't fight back from getting bullied, y'all some hoes too. There's accountability on both sides. But the difference is, for the person that's getting bullied, depending on how old you are, it's your parents' fault, man. It's your parents' fault. They had a girl named Danielle. I ain't gonna say her last name. But they had a girl named Danielle. Danielle was about taller than everybody in third grade. And the way her nostrils are built, you could see in her nose if you was the same height as her. And most people were shorter than Danielle, so they had to look up at Danielle to talk to Danielle. And Danielle mama used to send that girl to school with a nose full of boogers. I'll bullshit you not. And Danielle, if you see this, you know what I'm talking about. Now, I ain't never talked shit about you, Danielle. That's why we cool to this day. But it was your mama's fault that you got bullied, girl. Your mama used to send you to school with a nose full of snot and boogers. I used to get teased for having a bandana because my sinus is bad. And I would have like either a red one or a blue one. You know, my daddy worked at the shipyard and he would put them bandanas over his head and wear under his hard hat, and he would give it to me for a handkerchief rather than buying me like a white handkerchief. And I used to get teased because people thought I was a blood. And then they thought I was Crip. And this was like second grade. And I ain't even grow up on the West Coast. I'm like, how y'all even know about Bloods and Crips? Everybody walk around, when they see me, they talk about colors, 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 colors. I wasn't in no damn gang, but I didn't like that unnecessary attention. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that unnecessary attention. I remember one time I stole from Winn-Dixie, and they had it was me and Nick Regis. Now I'm using people's names so y'all can fact check Uncle Mel. Now I'm not gonna say Danielle last name, but I had a partner named Nicholas Regis. Shout out Westwego. I hate Westwego though, but I got caught stealing at the Winn-Dixie, and they got us over there by the office, and I pull out my bandana to blow my nose. He like, man, put that up. They gonna think we in the game. You see what I'm saying? I used to get talked about that and having big eyes and being skinny. You know what I'm saying? But when I started getting girls, I knew that's what men was supposed to do, because one thing about me, I kind of went from being like a baby to just being a man. I never really was a child. I understood, you know, what I was supposed to be going after and what men were about. I understood this. I always was around older people. So even somebody trying to bully me at school, I understand that it's a problem with that person, not me. It ain't nothing wrong with me. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all at the point to where people can bully you on the internet who you'll never see in real life. What the fuck? Are you serious? You letting somebody bully you in the comment section? But I'm going to tell you something. If you come after me in the comment section, I'm going to bully you right back. And I want to bully you to the point to where, yeah, you no longer exist. You feel me? Yeah, you deleted yourself. Because growing up in New Orleans, you know, ribbon, oh, we love that shit. Man, that's just a sport. You can't take that shit personal, but guess what? If you won't throw hands about it, shit was him. That's how we was rocking. That's how we was rocking. You see what I'm saying? I remember my homeboy, Alexander Smith. Call him Alex for short. His mama, Miss Yolanda, she used to work for Cash Money Records. Used to drive in Montero Sport. I'm spitting real life here. Do your research. She used to work for Cash Money Records. She was the secretary. Alex was trying to bully me because he wanted to sit next to this badass white girl named Valor. I don't know Valor last name, but if you out West Wego, you know about Valor. Valor was straight Prussia. Still is to this day while you're bullshitting. But I'm like, man, go head on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting next to Valor trying to do something, trying to shoot my shot. And I'm on some grown man shit. Like, bro, I'm in the presence of a female. Don't come over here with that bullshit. And I'm in the presence of a female. Now, we was just in junior high, like maybe 8th, 9th grade max, right? So, man, I said, Alex, bro, when we get off this bus, you getting your ass bust. Because I'm trying to fucking do something and you interrupting with that little kid shit, bro. Like this grown man over here. I got outside. Me and Alex got the mixing. Boom, boom, boom. I started uppercutting that boy. My homeboy Raul Iglesias. I'm spitting facts, man. I'm using real names. Just real shit with Unkle Mel. I ain't making up nothing. Raul Iglesias, he holding me back. I said, Raul, let me go, man. You know, this grown man shit, like, let me go. Like, because Raul don't even understand why I'm fighting my homeboy. I'm fighting because he was disrespecting me in front of a female. You don't do that to no grown man. That's a capital offense right there. You see? And then I'm going to tell you something. Parents have to teach their children also that this junior high period and this high school period is not the end of your fucking life. These are not the most important years of your life. And that is a problem in the black community, that we don't prepare our children for the future. They're walking around this motherfucker as if they don't have a future, and that's our fault as parents. And that pisses me off. I'm very upset about that shit. That's why your kids are so fucking stressed out about getting bullied, because they think that when they graduate high school, their fucking life is over, and that the only memories they're gonna have are these years that they are currently living in, and that's your fault. That's your fault that your kids can't handle somebody fucking talking about them because you're raising them too soft. And you don't have enough fathers in the home that are preparing their sons for real life. People talked about Jesus, they're going to talk about your ass too. And that's your parents' fault. That's your mama's fault because she don't want to let you see your daddy. That's your daddy's fault because he don't want to see you. It's your parents' fault. Bullying is parents. Parents are the root of what is going on in these schools. You are letting your children go out there and be assholes. They can't come to you when they're in pain. They can't express their hurt to you. They can't express to you that they don't like the fact that you two are not together anymore, and they going to school and they picking on people and they doing all these different things and they taking their own lives, and it is the fucking parents' fault. It pisses me off. I'm very passionate about this, and that is why I'm probably being too damn loud. But it's the parents' fault, man. It is the parents' fault. It is your fault that what these kids are going through. You brought them into this world, and you're not preparing them for real fucking life. You're too concerned about your own shit, and you're ignoring them, and you're not letting them know that they could come to you and fucking talk to you. And the ones who are, you're treating your kids as if they're your fucking friends. And then they disrespecting you and they bullying you. That bullying shit is coming from hurt. And the people who are allowing themselves to get bullied, that shit is coming from hurt too. That is the problem. The only excuse that I feel that somebody, as a bully, I'm going to talk to the bullies right now. If y'all bullying somebody, bully them motherfuckers because they need to toughen up. But you shouldn't bully somebody about something like their sexuality, right? Because I remember going to school, they had this guy named Leo. Leo was as flamboyant as you could possibly be. And nobody, to my knowledge, I remember his last name, but I ain't going to say it, but his name was Leo. Leo possibly got bullied, but to my knowledge, he didn't. Leo was like cool as a fan. Now, he only hung with females, and that's kind of different. Like, bro, you know, you don't hang with other guys, but hey, it is what it is. I had a homeboy named Joe. Me and Joseph was in the band together. I knew Joseph was gay. I don't even think Joseph knew he was gay, but I knew Joseph was gay. Everybody knew Joseph was gay. But ain't nobody give a fuck. That's my partner. Play about him if you want. You fuck with this trumpet section. You fuck with Joe here in this trumpet section. Bitch, you're going to take some trumpets to the head. I ride for my gay partners. I give a fuck that you gay. About it bullying you about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I got a gay partner named Mike. Love Mike to death. Mike, you know, had went through some issues with a dude. He had me and my partner Devin trying to go ride for him. That's our partner. See, when you become a man, when you realize that bullying shit stops. I be in the gym. I be like, nah, the gym is about as alpha male area as it's gonna get. You know what I'm saying? And you throwing them weights around, I'm like, man, I don't want to embarrass myself in front of these females or in front of these dudes in the gym. Like yesterday, I went ahead and picked up them 75-pound dumbbells. I'm like, Lord, let me get this shit up on my chest because I don't want to be embarrassed in here. But ain't nobody going to bully you because you can't lift this. You know what somebody would do? If anything, most people would just leave you alone. But somebody would be like, come on, man, I'll spot you. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what adults do. You really don't get bullied in your adult life. But see, the parents are not teaching their kids that there is life after fucking high school. Most black kids don't even think we're going off to college. So this is it. We're not leaving this area. It's just like being in prison. If I let somebody bully me today, I'm always get bullied. My kids gonna get bullied because guess what? If you was a chump, if you was a hoe, your kids gonna know. Somebody gonna tell them, boy, my daddy used to beat your daddy ass, boy. You see what I'm saying? But there's life after that. And it's the parents' fault. Some parents don't have enough money to where they should even be having kids. So you know your kids gonna be struggling. Everything gonna be hand-me-down. They ain't gonna never have a new pair of shoes. You send them to school without a haircut. If they get a haircut, they don't brush their hair. Yeah. Most kids get teased because of their hygiene. And whose fault is that? That's your fault. That's your trifling ass fault. You get up in the morning and you get yourself ready for work and you don't get your child ready. That's your fault. You can't get the kid's haircut. Bring that kid over to the barber school and go find a senior to cut the kid's hair, somebody who actually know what they're doing, and leave them a damn tip. If your kid go to school without a decent haircut, their ass ought to be talked about. At least get an edge up and pick out the fro. At least pick out the fro. My dumb ass, I had let this girl Tristan Turner give me some braids when I was in high school. She put a J in the back of my head, but my hair wasn't really long enough. And they talked about my ass. And guess what? They should have talked about me. Because I ain't had no goddamn business getting no braids, knowing my hair was. If you ain't had no hang time at my high school, we talked about your ass. What you doing with braids and you ain't got no goddamn hang time? You better go get some twists, short little twists like I did. I had them short little twists in high school. My shit was fresh. When I started working, I started getting nice stuff for myself or whatever. You know what I mean? I mean, to be honest with you, on that West Bank, I ain't really get bullied, but growing up on the East Bank was something totally different. Matter of fact, and this is what I had learned about women too. I actually got bullied by well, I don't want to say bully because bully kind of like implies physical, a confrontation physically, somebody putting their hands on you. The way it's going now, because being bullied verbally, that's not really bullying, man. But some people they deleting themselves behind that, and that's some chump shit. But a ugly ass girl was talking about me in like 8th grade. I'm looking like, bitch, you was ugly. But see, the thing is, her homegirls was hyping her up. I'm like, this ugly ass motherfucking chick got all these chicks hyping her up. They know goddamn well their homegirl is ugly. And that's when I first learned that females don't tell females the truth. Well, y'all, that's my story about bullying, man. Hey, bullying is wrong, but allowing somebody to bully you, fight back, man. And if you're getting jumped, go and get your cousins. Go and get your brother. Go get your daddy to whoop their daddy ass. So if you're being bullied, man, grow up here. Grow up here. Because teachers ain't going to do shit. They ain't trying to get into it. You know what I'm saying? They don't get paid enough for all that. Hey, but this was an episode of Unkle Mel. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, hit that notification bell. And check out some of our earlier videos. Got a lot of great content coming to you guys in the near future. I will leave the links to my social media down in the description below. All I want to know is, how long you been cutting? Hey.